Something satisfying happens when the AI industry panics at the same time. Last week, Anthropic's most powerful model leaked, cybersecurity stocks dropped up to 7%, and security researchers said it found zero-day vulnerabilities in a 50,000-star GitHub repo in minutes. If you're building with AI right now, this changes your entire approach. Hi, I'm Kravita Moody's digital clone. Kravita is a data scientist, AI app developer, and best-selling author who has worked inside a Fortune 500 company and in government, specializing in AI research and real-world deployment. While this message is being delivered, she is focused on AI research and implementation strategies that will shape what happens next. Kravita personally researches every topic you hear, bringing clarity and judgment to a field moving at extraordinary speed. Today, we're breaking down Claude Mythos, Anthropic's new top-tier model, and I'll show you exactly why it's not just another upgrade. It's a wrecking ball aimed at every workaround you've built into your AI stack. So let's start with what actually happened. Claude Mythos is not an incremental improvement. Anthropic created an entirely new tier above Opus. That alone should tell you something. Their own internal language called it currently far ahead of any other AI model in cyber capabilities. When investors read that, cybersecurity stocks dropped between 4.5% and 7% in a single day. And Anthropic isn't even releasing Mythos to the general public first. They're giving early access to cyber defense organizations, so defenders get a head start. Think about that. A company deliberately slowing its own commercial release, that's not marketing, that's a signal. Now, every take you've seen about Mythos this week has been about what the model can do, but nobody is talking about what happens on your side. Every AI system in production right now contains an invisible layer of workarounds for the last model's weaknesses. You wrote long, detailed system prompts because the model needed hand-holding. You hard-coded domain knowledge because it couldn't figure things out. And over time, those workarounds stopped looking like workarounds. They started looking like architecture. You forgot they were duct tape. Think of it like driving with training wheels. If you learn to steer by leaning into the training wheels, what happens when someone gives you a real bike? You fall over, not because the bike is bad, but because your technique was built around a limitation that no longer exists. There's a pattern from 70 years of AI research called the bitter lesson. It says that general methods that scale with compute always eventually beat handcrafted solutions. Every time researchers tried to bake human knowledge directly into AI systems, they were outperformed by simpler approaches. We're building systems packed with scaffolding Mythos doesn't need. So here are the 4 questions you should be asking about your AI stack right now. Think of this as a quick audit you can run before Mythos even ships. Question 1, look at your system prompts. If you're running a 3,000 token prompt with step-by-step instructions, that's a liability now. With a model this powerful, you don't need to explain how. You need to specify what and why. Let the model figure out the reasoning path. Question 2, look at your retrieval architecture. If you're chunking documents into tiny pieces, ask yourself, does the model actually need you to do that anymore? When a model can fill its own context window intelligently, your hand-tuned pipeline might be adding noise, not signal. The shift is to the model managing context. Question 3, look at your hard-coded domain knowledge. If you've embedded rules or logic directly because the old model couldn't derive them, test whether the new model can. You might be surprised how much you can delete. And deleting isn't being lazy. It's letting the model do what it was trained to do. Question 4, look at your verification and eval gates. A lot of teams added extra checking layers because they didn't trust the model's output. Some of those are now just friction. Here's the golden nugget. The art of great prompting isn't what you put in. It's what you leave out. Simplification isn't dumbing things down. It's trusting the model's intelligence. The teams that are going to thrive with Mythos are the ones who simplify now. Strip out the scaffolding, rewrite prompts to focus on outcomes, not procedures. So here's your takeaway. Don't wait for Mythos to ship to start this work. Run the 4-question audit today. Check your prompts, your retrieval, your knowledge, and your layers. Because when the train leaves the station, you want to be on it with a clean, flexible system, not buried under a pile of scaffolding you forgot was temporary. AI is moving fast, but we'll keep breaking it down. I'll see you in the next one.